Go 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 go. Hey Johnny, do you do vocal warm-ups? Go 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 go. Go 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 go. It's those high notes that'll get you. The current administration approves.
Hi, this is Johnny Burgin with another Chicago Blues guitar lesson. Sitting here with a dear friend and a great musician, Aki Kumar. And Aki, you've got a new record out, right?
I do. It's called, ironically titled "God Bless the USA."
God Bless the USA. And all right, we're gonna and that's on Little Village, right?
It's on Little Village Records.
Okay, so Aki and I worked together many times over the years, and we're gonna play something that we often played in our little shows. All right, ready?
Yeah, man.
We're in E. I'm using a thumb pick and a finger pick.
1, 2, 3. One more, Johnny.
Let's do one more time, man. Aki sounding like $1 million.
$1 million rupees. We'll get to $1 million bucks.
Okay. Aki, you know, you've been playing here in the South Bay for a long time, and you go all over the world and play. And what are you looking for when you have a guitar player back you up on the harmonica? Okay. All right. So, but seriously, I mean, you have to work with all kinds of different people, and like, what do you tell them to help them out, or
Well,
if anything?
you gotta have somebody that shows up.
They got to show up.
They gotta show up on time.
Yeah.
They gotta
Okay,
be
that's
dressed.
reasonable.
They gotta be wearing a shirt.
Bring a
pants.
shirt.
They cannot be mentally compromised. They cannot be inebriated. Haven't even gotten to the music yet. They gotta have a guitar.
Ideally, they should have an amp.
Ideally, an amp. So once you get past
Okay.
all of that, you get to the music part. You want somebody that can play like that. Play something that's absolutely in the pocket, that makes traditional blues sense, that can play that entire bag of licks and grooves, and has the chops to sound like what it is that I'm trying to sound like, which is really 50s and 60s blues. So you want to find somebody that comes from the same musical space, and that is a rare breed.
Yeah, and I noticed like all downstrokes really push it along. Like, I switched to a pick now, and I'm sort of muting it a little bit. If it was just like this, that's okay for a while.
That's
in
fine.
fact, that's been done.
That's been done.
And it can be good, but I like to sort of choke it a little bit to drive it a little more, because I noticed like when you're playing, like when you started the song, it really set the tempo with the harp. You're like chink-a-dunk-a-chink,
Yeah.
chink. So you're good at like setting a tempo.
Yeah, and that just comes to rhythm. The guitar player has to be rhythm oriented more than chops oriented in my world. Chops are great, but what you just saw there was rhythm, and not just rhythm for the sake of rhythm. This is somebody that likes rhythm. So if Johnny were to play that for a good 15 minutes, he'd be just as happy or even happier at the end of the 15 minutes if he didn't play a solo, because that's where the fun, this is fun. This is what makes people dance. So you want a guitar player that can do that.
Yeah,
See how I keep pointing like
the
this?
lump is like that's like the bread in the sandwich.
Absolutely. Absolutely. It's the whole sandwich, if you ask me. It's without the lump, I don't think the kind of blues that we like would really shine.
Yeah. So, and the other thing is, like, right now, or for the last almost 10 years, I think, you've been doing Bollywood blues.
Yeah.
In fact, I was lucky enough to play on a couple of tracks on one record, Hindi Man Blues.
Yeah.
Anyway, and it really seems to have made a splash, and it's something new under the sun.
It is something new under the sun because I'm bringing in a lot of Indian ideas and melodies and songs into the blues world. But the key part that makes it work in my book is that it never loses that lump. It doesn't lose the lump. It doesn't lose all the amazing blues rhythms that make up the basis of what we like. And so Bollywood blues is really built on top of what you just demonstrated.
Wow. So, for a lot of the music that you've been doing, the songs are some of them they're more complex than like a typical blues band.
Sure.
And you really have to know the songs inside and out. So you've been keeping like a consistent band together for a long time. Now, a lot of my viewers, that's really not, maybe they're not quite at that level. I mean, I don't even do that. But can you talk a bit about like keeping a band together and what that's been like for you over the years?
I've been very grateful to have a band that I've been able to keep together. Whatever that means. I don't have contracts. We're not signed to each other, but we are a unit.
Right.
And basically, when I say band, and you understand this, they are your top first call guys who will make most of the gigs, 95% of the gigs, same crew. And that becomes a band over.
But if you don't have that band, then you do the gig anyway and make it work.
Yeah, you kind of have to do the gig anyway because you committed to it. You need the money. You have to keep this consistent, routine going.
Mostly we need the money.
You mostly need the money. And also it doesn't hurt to mix and match once in a while. And thankfully I live in the Bay Area where there's this amazing pool of players. So you can be half a dozen musicians deep on every instrument if need be. Especially if you're doing a blues gig, like a steady blues gig, not Bollywood blues, like a straight up blues gig, I could have 10 musicians on every instrument on any given day. I could call and say, hey, could you make the gig tonight? And it would probably work out fine. But I still do have a band because my music has become complex over time. The song list is very deep and we have to keep some level of musical consistency. So the way I do it is I've always sought the best guys around locally. Ever, forever. So I try to get the best people around, the most available people around. Not often the case, but I'm lucky that I have found people who are willing to commit to it, who like me personally, I think. Although I 1099 them. And they like my music. They're all decent human beings that all the funny stuff we were talking about early on, showing up on time, they know that routine. They respect the gig, they respect the audience, and once you build that kind of rhythm as a group, you have a band. And so I mostly work with this young guitar player named Romy Ambolov, who's an amazing guitar player, very versatile, can play just about anything you throw at him. I have like just a rhythm section that you couldn't even ask for a better one. I got the great June Core on drums most of my gigs, and Randy Bermudez, his partner in crime, on bass. So that's the core makings of the band. But I've got so many incredible musicians I work with because I work all year round. I'm local to the Bay Area mostly, and that's really how I keep the band going, by working a lot.
So that's a key there. That's a tough one. Like, it's another chicken and egg problem.
Yeah.
Like, in order to have gigs, you have to have a band, but in order to keep a band, you have to have a lot of gigs.
Yeah, but you can, starting out, you can have your gigs, work with multiple musicians over those the span of those gigs, and then slowly watch the band form, because you will eventually find the people that you connect with and that connect with you. But you got to keep at it for a while. And I should point out, Johnny said he doesn't have a band, but that's because he has very intentionally chosen this lifestyle where he is moving from zip code to zip code every week. And that makes it impossible to keep a consistent unit. You know, the economics and the logistics of it doesn't work. But he's exceptional at finding the best guys in any zip code, which is really, again, the key to all of this, is find the best musicians around who can do the job and let you shine.
And it gets to be a small world after a while.
Yes.
It's kind of about knowing your scene, being part of your scene, and developing relationships.
Relationships are very
It
important.
all takes time. Hey, Aki, thanks for discussing all this. Let's play just a little bit of the music of Back to Bombay, man. We're in E, staying in E. I'm gonna use my fingers and use my pick every once
But
in
you
a
gotta
while.
get in the right tuning, man. Like. I'm going back to Bombay, where my baby's gone. I'm going back to Bombay, where my baby's gone. I got a whole lot of love for Chicago, Johnny. Bombay's where I belong. Let's sing it, man. Hey.
And then I like this part.
Yeah, man. Yeah. And you see how he's playing those boom, boom, boom rhythmic notes while the melody is taking shape down there on the guitar. That's the kind of guitar player you want.
Two places at once.
That can deliver the product of two guitar players.
At least some of the time. Yeah, I like that. I kind of got that off of Mystery Train. That song is a real mishmash of a lot of things, but I love that song, and the lyrics are hilarious.
Yes,
what record is that on?
That's on my first Bollywood blues record called Aki Goes to Bollywood. Not available on Spotify. You're gonna have to show up at my gig and buy it directly from me or from my website.
Better get a couple copies.
Yeah,
since it's not available everywhere.
It's not. It's out of print, basically.
Yeah.
Except for the stock I have.
All right, the great Aki Kumar. Thanks for jumping in here.
Hey man, thanks for having me. Wonderful chatting with you, Johnny Burgin.
All right, I think I'll talk a bit about Back to Bombay. The other song, there's so many ways to play that, and I've talked about it a lot already. That kind of thing. The lumps and the chimes, the Lewis Myers, Dave Myers kind of thing, Jimmy Rogers, or with the thumb and finger pick, either way. There's one lick that I like to put in there, which is That's the lick that's in Everything's Gonna Be All Right. So, when I get in these situations with Aki or somebody, I like to synthesize things. I'm talking about the first one now, Leave My Money Alone. I like to do these lumps where I'm hitting two strings at the same time. And on the one is a good time to put the ping. Or two pings. One. That was two. And then another thing that I like to do that's from Mean Old World. I like to put that which is 12 and 12 on the 4. Over the 4. Like. That's nice. That's very Big Bill Brunsey, huh? That is the open B string. It's kind of like the turnaround of Hey Hey Mama. Or there's that Luther Tucker lick, so that's 13 and 12 on the G and E strings, then down 2 frets, all of them, and then I just lots of times I use my third and pinky. That's 9 and 9 on the G and E strings, so it's kind of like a E chord, E ninth chord, 6th chord, ninth chord. Good spot there. So it's nice to keep it simple until you get to bar 9, 10, 11, 12. And you can step out a little bit then. That's a nice one. I forget which one that's on. Act Like You Love Me or something. And the good thing is all downstrokes with my thumbnail. That was a little awkward. I was missing on my thumb. You could even do like that, or you could just go. Another thing that I did was, I love that. That's the middle of your E chord. This is all stuff I've talked about in previous lessons, but it sounds really good on the 4. So you could go. Now I'm going to change it. That's like what J.B. Lenore does all the time. So I'm hitting my low E string on the 5th fret, and then the middle of that A bar chord. It makes sense here too. I'm not playing the full E chord, full A chord. I'm leaving out the A string. I like that a lot, but that's me. See what I did? I switched over here so I could play the 5 a little more like Jimmy Rogers. Oh! That's 3-2-0 E string, 3-2-0 B string, 3-2-0 G string. You know, sometimes I don't play the turnarounds all the way through. I go, like, I don't always want to do that. I want to sort of do part of it and then leave it. It's not so ornate. Like, sometimes that's a little too complicated, and what really matters is just the forward motion and the groove. In case you don't know what that is, here's your E7 shape. 2nd fret, 1st fret, A and G strings. Yeah, like that. And now the other one was a Back to Bombay, which is kind of like Mystery Train. And we're going to do a separate lesson on that, but I'll do a little bit of it. It's another one I like to keep my pick hidden away. But if you use a pick, there's a lot going on there. I did do a lesson a while back on Going Away Baby by Jimmy Rogers, you know. And it's kind of like that. But you can simplify it. I'm going to go to my fingers now. See if you can get that going. So start with the upstroke with your finger. Open, that's 3rd fret and open E string, and then hammer on there. Ah, it's funky. So I'm going, if you can't get it all the way, practice parts of it, like part 1, part 2. Part 2. Now part 1 and 2. One more time. A7. Number jump to 5. I like to use my thumbnail and strum it. That's definitely on the Junior Parker records. And then I like that. A hammer on here and the low A string. Notice it doesn't sound scaly. It's not. That doesn't quite do it. So I slid. You know, you just can't get the sound of this kind of blues without lots of open strings. Now here's the solo. Oh, that's behind. If it's an A7th, it's kind of behind an A9th, right? That's 12th on the B string, 10th on the E, 12. No, I just picked that with my fingers. Oh, so funky. I love this stuff, man. Or you might do the hideaway lick. Use these 2 fingers for that. 12 and 12, E and G. 12 and 12, 9th fret. 12 and 12, 7th fret. And then I love this stuff. You could use your 3rd finger, your 2nd finger, or your 4th finger. I mean your 3rd fret or 4th fret. Or 3rd. love the sound of the thumbnails there. You can use a pick. Or see you next time. Join me on Patreon to support these free weekly guitar lessons, and hope to catch you at a show. Take care. Thanks a lot.